Hello guys, this is a finale of the screwdrivers. We're going to go head to head. These are close to 20 different ones that I have. These are all number 2 Phillips, which is probably the most common in the car industry. It's just my take on it, what I like and what I use. Your opinion may be different. There are so many different brands of screwdrivers. It's crazy. And but I'll tell you what I use and what I like, and I'm not saying what I think is, the way it should be, but I just want to give my input on the screwdrivers. Number 2 Phillips, we all use. It's one of the most common sizes, like I said, and we need them in the car industry. I got Williams, I got Mac, Vessel, Snap-on, SK, Williams, Klein, another Williams, another Vessel type, Craftsman, an Irwin, a Channel Lock, a Harbor Freight Precision Phillips, an old Craftsman, a newer Craftsman style, a generic name, I can't remember the name of it, Buck Brothers or something. I think that's a Husky Duratec and another cheap brand from Harbor Freight. Now we all need beater screwdrivers. We all need beater screwdrivers in the industry. One you can beat the shit out of, you don't care, and that's where that type of screwdriver fit in. But that's a cheap Harbor Freight one. Number 2, like I said, they're all number 2 Phillips. This is absolutely junk, but I still use them. I think it was a 10-piece set. I think there's like two or three pieces left. You hit it on the end cap and it would shatter. That's pretty junky. I would never recommend that, even for a beater. The Duratec, these aren't bad. Maybe be in your wife's drawer or a backup set for a mechanic. They got a decent grip. They're under $20 range. Not a bad looking tip. These are they got a place, but they're not high end, obviously. This is another generic. I think this is a Husky. I don't see it on there, but I think it's a Husky because I bought a Husky set. It's got that old Butte Wright freaking handles that we're all familiar with, and it's just like it's a beater screwdriver. I never used it much, just for beating on. This one's interesting here. It's not a ratchet screwdriver. It looks like one, but it's made by. See if I can get it focused on there. Buck Brothers. 6-in-1. You pull them out. With the different tips. I use this. I tell you why I like it. I love the handle on this, guys. The handle is just something about it. I like that type of handle. I always have. And I grab that sometimes. If I'm in a pinch and I'm going to go out in the yard and work on something, I need a Phillips or a straight, I'll grab something like that in a heartbeat. There's a lot of designs like this out there. It's not expensive, but I just like the way it feels in my hand. So I do use that one. The newer Craftsman one here, I never liked them. I bought them for a review. The handles are too small. They feel okay in my hand. They got the hard polymer plastic and the softer rubber. They're just too damn small, and I got small hands, guys. I can't really, I haven't used them much. They never appealed to me. My wife's been eyeballing these. She'll probably end up with those eventually. Over here we got another old Craftsman. You can't see it. The writing's off it, but you can barely make it out. Number 2, and this thing's been used a lot. That's probably one of my first screwdrivers, guys. I had this in the early 80s, and I still use it. The old ones that had that funny smell to them with those handles. But I bet you I used that 1,000 times when I was younger. Not now, but... And you got the... this is a Pittsburgh Pro. Not a Pittsburgh Pro, but it's got the bolstered end, which I always liked. I don't think it goes all the way through. I'm not sure. I've heard people that broke them off, but I never have. This is my favorite beater screwdriver. I beat the living hell out of these, and they hold up. Chrome vanadium, Pittsburgh, number 2. And it's got this number 2 tip, like they're all number 2 Phillips. That's my favorite beater, guys. I don't know why. I like the hard plastic handles, like I said. Feels good in my hands, and I use that one quite a bit. I don't have a number 2 size in the Channel Lock, but I always like Channel Lock because they're made in USA. So I always, this is a PH1, but this is the one I had I think I lost a number two Phillips. The ones with the spring-loaded to hold on to the screw. They got that spring-loaded design, which they got a better design now out, but this is old school. This is an older one. But I do like channel locks. I like the handles. Like I said, that's number one. I lost the number two. And here we got, let me know what you guys think. I'm not saying, this is just my opinion, This is a Irwin, this is a ratchet one, but I included it in there because I like the grips. It's got that soft rubber, almost like the Klein screwdrivers, which I got one right here to show you. I just like the grips on this, so I grabbed this, if you want to go from a Phillips to a straight, you just flip it over, and I do like that, and it's ratcheting. I find myself grabbing this. I don't know why. I think it's the grips. I just like the grips. If a tool doesn't feel good in your hand, let's face it, guys, you're not going to use it. Am I right? Let me know on that. If a tool doesn't feel good in your hand, are you going to grab for it? No, you're not. Try to get through this a little faster. I don't want a newer, older design, but professional design, Craftsman. I like these. They feel decent in the hand, PH2, and yeah, they're made in the USA. They got the bolsters, vapor blasted tips. That's not a bad screwdriver, guys. That was probably made in the 90s, early 90s. These are relatively new. The Vessel Armor All, I did a video on these. I like the grips. I haven't used it much yet, so I can't make a real opinion on it yet, but they were cheap. I think they were $30 range on Amazon. I made a video if you guys want to watch that one. I made it about, I don't know, a week ago. Not bad. They're not big. They're not small. I got small hands. Yeah, it is on the small side, I guess. But I haven't really used that one too much. Vessel makes good stuff. There's another one, a Williams ratcheting screw. You guys haven't seen this one, I don't think. This is one I forgot to do a video on when I was doing ratcheting screwdrivers. This one's pretty sweet. I like this. I use this one a lot. Like I said, if I'm going to grab for something and I got to change the tip out, I'm in the field, or I'm on a road call, I like these kind of screwdrivers. And that's a Williams. And like we all know about Williams, it's made, see if I can get it to focus, made in USA. And then we got a Klein. I know the Klein's mostly used for the electrical industry, but I don't see why you couldn't use them. My father, he's no longer alive, but he used to use these all the time. He swore by these. And these are made in USA, as we all know. And he loved them. He loved these Kleins. I like Kleins myself. There's nothing wrong with Kleins, guys. It's made in USA. I can't seem to focus that with the lighting in here, but you probably see it a little bit there. They're made in USA. I love the grips on these. You can get a lot of torque on these. You get precision hardened tips. These tips are pretty cool. It's not just a coating. There's like a separation there. It's really weird how that is. You can probably see it a little bit there. There's a little separation, and those are nice screwdrivers. I use that. And then in Milwaukee's, I did a review on. I just bought these about a week, maybe a week and a half ago. I've been using it, guys, and guess what? I absolutely like it. It's in my top 3 or 4. I love the knurling. I love the tips. The tips are really crazy looking, hey? I really, really dig in these tips. I can get it in there for you. Yeah, they got that serration. See it? How it's got the crosshatch? And it's got the knurling. And it feels pretty good in my hands. All it comes out, we'll see how long they hold up. I'll do another review in a month or so. But I never mentioned that, too. They got the hole in them. I think that's maybe to hang them on a wall or maybe hang them from your tool belt or something. I got the nice ID markings. Nice screwdriver, guys. I've been using this. And they're made in USA. And I feel like, hey, we need to support USA made tools. That's a nice screwdriver. And one of my old favorites here. I had this set since I was this set's 30 years old. SK, I like the handles. Again, I like the hard handles. PH2, it's made in USA. It's got the bolsters, vapor blasted tips. These are nice screwdrivers. These are some of my favorites. These are in my top 3 or 4. This one's been used a lot. Actually, the tip's getting beat up. That's how much I use this. I don't know if you can see it, but this is an old screwdriver, guys. So it might be time to get another 2. That was a little beat up. I'm having a hard time picking it up, but yeah, see it? I've used this a freaking million times, and it might be time for number 2. But these are old. Have them so long. And obviously the snap-on there with the comfort grips. I was never a big fan of these grips. You know, oil doesn't do them justice. You know that. They're not good in an oily and greasy environment. It'll probably break down after a while. I like the hard handle ones better, but it's got the bolster, which I always like. It's got the bolster, vapor blasted tips. Number 2, Phillips. ID markings are nice. These are on the big side, these handles. And I got small hands, but it's one of my favorites, but because of the grip, I never grab for it that much, even though it's snap-on. That don't mean nothing to me. The vessel. I did a review on this. These are pretty cool. They got another higher end one than this with a striking end cap, and it's got the bolsters. This one does it. I kind of like bought the wrong set, maybe. I don't know, but I still like these. It's got the knurling, as you can see, which I like the knurling on screwdrivers. The only one I saw that on is the Milwaukee. I do like that. It's got serrations on the tips. Probably can't pick that up, but there's serrations on that tip, which I like. Good size handle. Definitely one of the better screwdrivers out there by, Megadora, I think it's called. This one's older than me. I was pretty old. This is an old Mac screwdriver. I never even bought this. I had some warranty work done on one of my older trucks back in the late 80s, early 90s, and one of the mechanics left this in the engine bay. It's a Mac number 2. It's beat to hell. I use this thing all the time. Like I said, it comes down to preference. I like the handles. I like that type of handle. It just feels good in my hand. And this one's probably been used the most out of any screwdriver I got for number 2. That old Mac screwdriver. Just like the handle. And the last one here is the Williams. It's got the, affiliated with Snap-on, obviously. We all know that. The handles, these are the handles I love, love, love. Williams, made in USA, great product. You can't go wrong by buying these. There's just no way you can. There you go, USA number 2. Warning, not a pry bar. It's got the bolsters, which I like, vapor blasted tips. The handles feel fantastic in my hands. Okay, now what are my top? I'm going to give my top 3 and cut this video up to end this video. This is my favorite right here. Williams is in the house. Take a gander. That's my favorite, Williams. Now, it's only my opinion, guys. There's so many different brands of screwdrivers. Don't hang me on this, but that's the one my favorite. My second favorite is that old Mac. Third favorite is the beat up old SK. I showed you that tip. My fourth is probably, this is going to surprise you. My fourth right now, it wasn't before, it's going to be that Milwaukee, made in USA. That's going to be my fourth. That's sneaking up there, guys. If this holds up, I love this screwdriver. And I'll give you one more to make it a top 5. And I'm going to throw in a beater, because I grab for beaters a lot when I'm beating on shit and nothing's going right. I'll grab one of these in a heartbeat. Those are my top 5, guys. Let me know what you think. Leave a comment below. I'll get back to you. Appreciate your support. I'm going to do a few more videos on the Chevelle. I'm getting ready for a big car show. And then we're going to do some, put some cars in a lift and start looking at tech tips. Okay, guys. Stay tuned.